Hey, what's going on, guys? So I got a question through on Instagram, and he says, "Hi, I am extremely moved by your story as I'm living with a similar one. I'd like to talk to someone that went through something of what I did. I want to ask if there's hope for happiness in the future." Such a deep question. That happiness is, is we need happiness to fucking live. Right? We need happiness, and I do think that when it comes to like, do I deserve happiness? Is happiness something that is happiness something that I'm going to achieve moving forward? If you don't come from a background where there's been happiness, if you come from a background where there's been sadness, pain, trauma, and that has been the environment of which you're used to, when it comes to looking out into the future, you might be like, well, why is the future going to be any different? And oftentimes we mirror like our future. We can't imagine anything different than just a projection of what our past is, of what we've already been through. We don't know any different, and because of what we've been through, oftentimes we don't believe that we actually deserve happiness. And that's the main point I want to bring up today: is that can you achieve happiness? Is there going to be happiness in your future? There will be, but as long as you believe it and you claim it. No one's going to give it to you because you'll just reject it. And you'll reject it because you don't believe that you're worthy of that. But once you believe that you're worthy of happiness, and you believe that happiness is as easy to get as fucking water from your tap, then you're going to start to find proof to back up that claim, and it will become true because what you focus on grows. Okay? Remember this, that whatever you focus on, okay, and you focus on it a little bit more, you'll start to find proof. It's primarily subconsciously. You'll start to find proof in areas of your life to back up that claim, which then further solidifies that as true. Okay? And then it is just this vicious cycle. So if you believe that you're a victim, if you believe that you would have deserved the shit that's been put on you, then guess what? You're going to find more things that life is throwing at you. You're going to find more reasons to carry on being a victim of life, and you're going to find more things that life has just thrown at you to knock you down, and that's just going to be your narrative forever. Okay? There ain't no happiness. There's no room for happiness there. There is no room. There's only room for sadness. There's only room for pain. That's all that thrives in that environment, in that toxic darkness. That's the only thing that can thrive there. So when it comes to happiness, is happiness in your future? I think the question you need to be asking isn't that. The question you need to be asking is, am I worthy of happiness? Because if I'm worthy of happiness, then I'm going to get the happiness because I'm worthy of it. I'm going to fucking claim it. It's mine. So is happiness something that you're worthy of? That's what you need to ask yourself. That's what you need to sit there. That's what you need to ponder. And you need to be like, and if you're like, I don't think so, or no, I don't believe I am worthy of happiness. Cool. Okay. Interesting. Why? Why do you think that? Okay. Go back to childhood. What was the relationship with your parents like? Did your mum and dad love you like there was no tomorrow? Was there a feeling of love growing up? More likely than not, no, there wasn't. Or if there was, it wasn't in the way that you needed to it have been received. Maybe they gave you love in the way that they wish they had love. Talking about the five love languages by Gary Chapman. Maybe they wish that they had received love in a certain way growing up, and they didn't. And they're loving you in a way that they wish they were loved, but that's not the way that you wanted to be loved. And that was the same for me. My dad loved me. I know my dad loved me. I know that I'm worthy of love. I know I'm worthy of happiness, but I definitely had my fair share of issues growing up because of how my dad parented me. He parented me in a way that he wished he was parented. And my dad was a very, very strict man. Very strict. And when I was bad, naughty at school, he would ground me to my room. He would take away everything, and all I had was pen and paper. And all I did was draw. I would draw cartoon characters. I'm a very good cartoon drawer. Because of that, I spent a lot of time in my room drawing. And if it was very bad, I was grounded to my bedroom. Not grounded to the house, grounded to my bedroom. If I wanted to leave my bedroom to go to the toilet, I had to ask permission. Right? And I have the awareness to know that when I have kids, I'm not going to fuck them up, and I'm not going to project anything onto them, my own traumas. I'm not going to do it. Hopefully, we're only as aware as we believe we're aware, So I'm just hoping. I'm just going to do my best, and that's all that I can do. And to be honest, my dad did his best with what, they all did their best. Doesn't mean if anything was right or wrong. They did their best. But you need to look back, because your current problems today stem back to earlier problems. So let's go back to the earlier problems, and where was you not shown love? Where was you not shown love? And I think there's a lot of power in just the awareness. So then if you're like, well, I don't know. My mum wasn't there a lot. My mum worked 3 jobs, and I didn't really have a mum, even though I did. I didn't feel like I did. She wasn't there. I never had a loving relationship. She never hugged me or anything like that. You are going to grow up feeling like you're not worthy of love, because you never got it from the one person that should be of giving it to you unconditionally. Your own mother. Yeah? There is countless studies that's been produced around babies not receiving love from their mother and how it fucks them up growing up. And you just got to look out into the wild as well. The same thing. Just watch some fucking animal documentaries. Okay, out in the wild, about mothers and their cubs and shit like that, with love and detachment. Like, it's a thing. It's a thing, So you need to have the awareness. And once you have the awareness, then you're like, okay, I understand. I get it. Okay. And then once you have the awareness, you see where it trails back to. Then in the present, now, it's not going to happen overnight. But I believe that just the awareness of it and constantly going to it, and just be like, I am worthy of love. And change that narrative. I am worthy of love. What can I do today to give myself some love? Is it running a bath? Is it doing some type of sport? Is it doing something that connects me to my inner child? To build that relationship, because it makes me love myself. What is it? Is it telling my partner what my love language is? Which means I might need to figure that out. And telling my partner what my love language is, so she can actually start to love me in a way that can give me some confidence to start loving myself. Sometimes we need a kick, But all of these things, it helps you to start giving yourself love today. And to begin with, it might seem unnatural. It might seem like you're lying, that it's all fake. But to be honest, to begin with, that's okay. Because what will happen is that the actions done consistently will start to change that narrative. Okay, the thoughts will follow from the actions. Okay, like just think about last time you were in your head a lot. You're in your head about doing something. You're fearful about doing that. You can't do that. Like, it's gonna fail. You can't do that. And you just drove yourself into action. You just done it anyway. And then you done it. You're like, oh fuck. Okay, well, was it that bad? Your action took over. Your physical being took over, and it done the thing that you was fearing about. It kept on pushing back. Okay, because you were in your head. So that's just the power of how our physical actions can trump our mental thoughts. So it's the same thing with giving yourself self-love. Okay, to build that loving relationship with yourself. So in turn, after a while, it might start with not believing it. Then you have that breakthrough period. Like, oh, maybe I do believe it. And you carry on doing it. I do fucking believe it. I am worthy of this. I am worthy of love. Love is happiness, by the way. Yeah, love, happiness is all the same thing. Okay, it's all the same thing. Love is happiness. Happiness is love. Everything is love. Everything is true love. When you are truly in love, happiness is there. It's hard not to find happiness when you're truly in love. So find that self-love. Start practicing that. Find the roots. Okay, and you can ask yourself the same questions. Am I, do I love myself? Am I worthy of love? Yes, or maybe no, whatever the answer is. And then you say, am I worthy of happiness? Do I deserve to be happy? Of course you fucking do. Tell yourself that. Say it out loud. Force it into the physical world. And soon it will actually start happening. Okay? And then soon you will start to have that happy future. Happiness will be in your future. Because you've gotten to a place where you actually deserve that you should have happiness, and that you deserve to have love. You found the roots of where it went back to, the parents, the upbringing, the school, bullying, I don't know, whatever. Okay? You've traced it back to its origin. Okay, you've had the awareness. You've asked some tough questions. The quality of our life is dictated by the quality of the questions that we ask. Tony Robbins says that a lot, and I think that's always stuck with me. Okay, that's probably the biggest and best thing that I've taken away from Tony Robbins is the whole question thing. You got to ask quality questions because it gets you thinking about answers that can answer that question. And once you figure out the answers, you then gain awareness. When you gain awareness, you gain clarity. When you gain clarity, you gain power. Okay, you are worthy of happiness. The world, okay, is just a mirror of what you want to create inside of here. So if you're like, well, this world is dark. All right, cool. The world is dark. You said it is, so it's true. The world is full of pedophiles. Yeah, the world is full of pedophiles. Cool. Yeah, the world is full of them. Go out your side, go out, fucking neighbors, they're all pedophiles. The world is full of amazing people. The world is full of amazing people. Your neighbors are amazing people. The world is full of money. Yeah, it is. Yeah. The world is full of love and abundance and whatever. And yes, it is. You see what I'm saying? It is. Because you said it is. You got to push yourself into that. Okay? It's a breakthrough period, but you have to push yourself through it. That's the only way you'll get through to the other side. To get the happiness, to get the love, to get everything that you want. Okay? So, yes is the short answer. But you got to do some work. And I hope that this video helped in some way. But you got to do some work, but the short answer is yes. Alright? Claim it. You got to grab it. Only you can. Be powerful.